What is the wisdom of sending the messengers? All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of all exists, and the peace and blessing of Allah be upon our Prophet Muhammad, his family, and all his companions. To answer this question, I can say the following. Firstly, Allah Almighty created human and provided them with the means of knowledge so that they may worship Allah alone, rebuild and use the earth, land, and use what is in it for their livelihood. And Allah has judged with His great hikmah, wisdom, and chose from among the people the best of them, and prepared them for carrying the message and communicated it to all human. Allah said in Holy Quran, Allah chooses messengers from Allah chooses messengers and angels as messengers. Verily Allah is all hear, all seer. Al-Hajj chapter verse number 57. And Allah sent the complete books for everything that humans need in their religion and in their life. And He supported the messengers with evidences, miracles, which show their sincerity, the validity of their prophecy, and the integrity of their method. The number of the messenger, 124,000, only mentioned in Holy Quran, from them by name 25, like Adam, Noah, Abraham, Jacob, David, Moses, Jesus Christ, and the last Muhammad, peace and blessing of Allah be upon them all. The Muslim must believe in all of them. Secondly, the most important attributes of all messengers. Number one, the messengers are from mankind. Why they were from mankind only? This is because humans are more able to lead and direct, address and mingle with their brothers in humanity. I mean messengers, they need all the human need: food, drink, clothes, etc. Allah Almighty said in Holy Quran, and we did not send before you any but men to whom we send revelation. So ask the followers of the reminder if you do not. Nor did we give them bodies that ate no food, nor were they exempt from death. Al-Anbiya chapter verse number 7 and 8. They are a chosen combined of the honor and choice of humans. Among the most important requirements of humanity is that the messengers and the prophets are not gods, nor do they have any of the attributes of divinity, since the attributes of humanity contradict divinity in everything. Number two, honesty in words and deeds. Number three, trust. This is the main prescription for honesty. Number four, acumen, intelligence is very necessary for them to be able to persuade those who invite them. Number five, sinlessness. It is the immunity that Allah surrounds His messengers with. Thirdly, the functions of the messengers. Number one, communicating and calling people to the religion. This is their basic task, to implement religion and to preserve it and to forbid dispersal in it. The people should follow their messengers and take them as good example. Allah said to us in Quran, indeed, in the messenger of Allah, Muhammad, peace be upon him, you have a good example. Al-Ahzab chapter verse number 21. Number two, bearers of glad tidings and warners. Allah sent them to give glad tidings to the believers and what Allah prepared for them from permanent bliss as reward for their obedience, and to warn the disbelievers of the consequences of their disbelief. The Almighty said in Quran, we send messengers as the givers of good news and as warners, so that people should not have a play against Allah after the coming of the messengers. An-Nisa chapter verse number 165. Number 3, management of the affairs of the nation in general and its policy. Fourthly and lastly, Christ Jesus, peace be upon him, shares in all the above mentioned attributes with his brothers, messengers: humility, honesty, trusty acumen, and sinlessness. Moreover, he differed from them in the following. Number 1, he was created without a father. Allah said to him, be, and he was. Number 2, he spoke in the cradle. And Allah does and creates whatever he wants. Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, did not call or ask anyone to worship him. And there is no single sentence in the whole Bible. In it, Jesus said clearly, I am your Lord, so worship me. On the contrary, it was mentioned in the Bible in 88 places that he is the son of mankind. Although we believe in the miracle birth of Jesus, peace be upon him, but look to see more miracles. Number 1, the birth of Father Adam, peace be upon him, is more miraculous. Allah created him from dust without a father and a mother. Number 2, our mother Eve, Hawa, she was created from Adam's left rib. This means she had a father only without a mother. Number 3, Jesus Christ from mother without a father. Number 4, the rest of the human, male and female, from father and mother. All this indicates the perfection of Allah and his ability, influence of his will, and the perfection of his wisdom. At the beginning of the Bible, Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, talked about Father in heaven, 83 places. In 83 places, with the phrase, your Father, Father. Before he says, after several pages in 13 places, my Father. And even though he is not alone, he had a father, according to the Bible. Number 1, in the book of Genesis, God says, it happened that the sons of God saw a daughters of people that they are good. So they took them for themselves as women. Number 2, in the Bible of Exodus, God says, Israel is my firstborn. Number 3, in the book of Armenia, God says, because I became the father of Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn son. Number 4, in Romans message to Romic, God says, because all those who are led by the Spirit of God are those sons of God. This sentence means that if you obey Allah, you are his son. And God is the father of all human, means he manages the affairs of his servant from eating, drinking, etc., and all that they need. But he is one self-sufficient master whom all creation need. He begets not, nor he was begotten, and there is nothing like him. I hope now you knew what is the wisdom of sending the messenger, and the peace and the blessing of Allah be upon Prophet Muhammad, his family, and all his companions.